And welcome into our program today. Glad to have you with us, Matt Pitta. And a very important issue for Cape Cod that we've been really concerned about for quite a long time is the issue of our skyrocketing homeowners insurance rates. And the person who really has been on the front line of this since the beginning is the chair of the Citizens for Homeowners Insurance Reform, Paula Aschettino. Paula has come down into studio today to join us. And specifically, Paula, you've been looking to try to get an idea from the candidates running for AG here, what their positions are in this, because some people may not understand the important role the AG actually has in this, Paula.
Right, and thank you, Matt. I wanted to say thank you to Warren for coming out today on a busy time. The Attorney General's office plays a huge importance to the citizens of the state in regards to insurance and homeowner insurance, especially with the FAIR Plan. The FAIR Plan, when they go for rate filings and rate increases, the Attorney General's office will be the party that represents the consumers in those hearings. Now, we've had several rate filings in the past. Martha Coakley's office did a pretty good job in holding off those rates, and I think with the citizens' input, thank you very much, citizens, we have been successful. I'm looking for a candidate that will support the consumers in this fight against the not only the FAIR Plan rate increases, but also I want to push this further because the private insurance companies are going forward with rate increases, and the Commissioner of Insurance has not been holding them back. We need an AG that will go and push for the citizens with private insurance increases as well.
Now, we have a Democratic primary, which is why we wanted to talk to the Democrats, because that is the choice people have on Tuesday, Paula. And Warren Tolman, one of the two Democrats running for that office, is with us right now.
Yes, Warren, and I was wondering if you could at least tell us how you could support us, or let us know that you would support our continued fight for fair and reasonable homeowner insurance rates on the Cape and Islands and throughout the state.
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks for inviting me on, Matt. And Paula, thank you for your advocacy. As you know, my brother and I bought my parents' two-bedroom home down in Harwich. And frankly, we have been the beneficiary, undoubtedly, of some of your advocacy, Paula. And I appreciate that very much. But I also know that this battle is very much ongoing, and there's a lot more we can do. What I'm concerned about is a couple different things. One is the widespread practice of insurers inflating the home values to increase individual homeowner prices upon which the insurance is based. So, there's if the house is worth more money or allegedly worth more money, it costs more to insure, and they get more revenue. So I'm very much concerned about that. I'm also concerned about not just the FAIR Plan, but other carriers. Some of the insurers have used fake hurricane models and puffed rates and taken advantage of coastal homeowners. And I'm going to be very aggressive about looking into this. Frankly, Paula, comes from my roots. I'm the seventh of 8 kids from a family that started in federal housing in Boston. My parents moved over to Watertown, and I went to the Watertown schools and was the first in my family to go to college. And my dad was a railroad conductor, my mother a telephone operator after raising the 8 of us. Worked hard and tried, we saw entities and businesses and the like that often tried to take advantage of people who they perceived as unsophisticated and that they thought they could. And so I want to stand up on behalf of homeowners and people on the Cape that I think sometimes these insurers move a little too quickly and because they can get away with it. And frankly, it's to the peril of good people, the hardworking people on Cape Cod who are just trying to do the right thing.
Thank you very much. And actually, you brought up a good point because the continued increase in the replacement values of our homes on our policies have increased the premiums, have added to the wind deductible amounts. That's an issue, too, that I'm hoping that I can take up with the Commissioner of Insurance, but with the strong support of the Attorney General are the wind deductibles and what triggers a wind deductible. Right now, in many of the policies which have wind deductibles of anywhere from 2 to 5% of the replacement value, which is anywhere from probably $6,000 to sometimes over $70,000 that the citizen has to pay first out of pocket for any wind event. This is not fair, and it should be triggered to hurricanes only and described, and not on tropical storms. So these are things that I'm hoping that if you're elected, that the citizens can come to your office to talk with the AG's department and to work together and put pressure on the insurance industry, as well as our Commissioner of Insurance, which is appointed position by the governor. But we need to work together and try to see if we can make some real progress in what is becoming an unaffordable item. And people need to have insurance. I don't want to minimize this.
Well, that's exactly right, Paul. It's the people who can least afford to not have insurance that often go without it. And so your discussion about the wind deductible highlights an issue. Look, I bet there are many people out there listening right now that have no idea that there even is a wind deductible, that they don't read their insurance policy. And frankly, that's what the insurance companies want, is that, people that are, either unsophisticated or way too busy to read an insurance policy, or even if they read it, they don't, unless they went to insurance, they work for an insurance company, they're not going to understand all of the fine inner workings of the insurance policy. But rest assured, the insurance company folks understand every word of it, and it is written and drafted such that it helps the insurance company. So what I want to do as an attorney general, and what Warren Tolman's attorney general's office will do, is stand up on behalf of the little guy, and we will make sure that there are no shenanigans, no fast moves done by the insurance companies to the peril of the hardworking people of Massachusetts, the families. They're just trying to do the right thing. Seniors who retire to the Cape and want to enjoy without, and planned on a certain amount to pay for insurance, and all of a sudden that amount is doubled or tripled. And I want to stand with those folks, as frankly, my parents tried to do when they retired, and they enjoyed their little place in South Harwich, and that my brother and I now own. And it's a very, very important issue, and it's not going to go away anytime soon.
Well, I thank you very much for your help, and I will be looking towards talking with, and I urge my citizens to talk to the candidates, and after these primaries, to talk to the candidates that go forward and make this issue of homeowner insurance an issue that the governor and the AG's office is fully aware of our concern. And people like Warren Tolman, I look forward, if you are the candidate that wins the election, to be working with you. And I thank you very much for your time today and your help. Thank you so much.
Well, Paula, I'll be there. And you just highlighted another important fact, which is that we don't know who the next governor is going to be, and we don't know who his or her insurance commissioner is going to be. So that's why it's all important that we should have someone who's going to stand up to the insurers. And, my opponent worked in this office. She never looked into the inflated property values and never brought a rate challenge against the private insurers. And rest assured, at the end of 4 years, you won't be able to say that about Warren Tolman. And I'll be standing up with the folks, the hardworking folks at Cape Cod, and making sure that insurers are not playing fast and loose with the wind deductible or with inflating purported home values to increase individual homeowner prices so they can get more in their premium. So I totally get it, and I look forward to working with you.
Okay, thank you so much, Warren. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
All right, thank you, Warren. Thanks for being with us today on our program. And, Paula, we do want to let the listeners listening online and on the radio that you had reached out to Maura Healy, who is running against Warren Tolman.
Yes, I had, and we were hoping to be able to have her on also, but because of scheduling, and it was kind of inconvenient at this time, and I didn't hear back that we were unable to have her on. If she should get back to me, in fact, be prior to tomorrow or whatever, I'd be happy to. And I hope that we can use this station again later when we get through primaries and work towards, again, making the issue of homeowner insurance. And I look to the listeners, please, speak out to the candidates. No matter what party you are, we need to make this an issue. We need to have all people, for governor and AG, especially be very aware that this is a problem here at the Cape. We're not getting the focus from the governor's office, and the AG did a good job, but I feel that there could be a lot more done in regards to working to protect the citizens and to go after the increased private insurers who are just dancing along with their rates going off, and they're not having their rate filings denied. So thank you, citizens.
And Paula, we will let folks know, and we'd be more than happy to have you back in before the general election. It will be either Warren Tolman or Maura Healey from the Democrats, and the Republican running for Attorney General is John Miller. So at some point between after tomorrow, Tuesday, and the general election, we hopefully will have both of those candidates on again to talk about their thoughts about how the insurance affects us here on the Cape.
And thank you, Matt. And thank you, citizens. Stay focused. Join my organization, Citizens for Homeowners Insurance Reform, www.homeownersinsurancereform.org/.
Okay, Paula, thanks for being with us here today on WXTK. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for being with us on this edition of our program.